In this episode, we're going to be focusing on how we can empower real estate business brokers and team leaders on three main topics going into Q1 of 2024: lead generation, lead conversion, and the systems and strategies that are required to make sure your agents aren't just surviving, but that they're thriving in 2024. Hey, what's up, you guys? Jeff Cohn here with another episode of the Team Building Podcast, where we interview top team leaders, broker owners, and thought leaders from across the country. Today, I have a very special 10-minute episode for all of you real estate, business, brokerages, and team leaders in the market looking for the top three things that your agents and teams should be focused on going into 2024. Number one, lead generation. How are your agents strategically generating leads methodically and systematically to guarantee success going into 2024? If they're not doing it now, they're already failing in the first quarter. The work and effort and time, the calls, the texts, the emails, the drip email campaigns, and all the automations have to be in place before the end of the year. They should have already been in place last month to start realizing success in January, February, and March, and to be planting the seeds that will be harvested next spring. Lead generation. Help your agents define what are their key performance indicators to guarantee success as it pertains to leads specific to their sphere of influence, their own outbound prospecting efforts or cold prospecting, and their engagement with internet leads. Those could be social media leads. Those could be leads that you give to them through Boomtown Paid Leads or Zillow. But those are going to be the three main lead buckets. Number two, lead conversion. What are we doing as team leaders to show up as the authority to hold our agents accountable and help them, once they've generated a lead from any of those three lead buckets, convert the lead at the highest level? Do we have the plan? Do we know the process to receive a 2 to 5% conversion ratio on internet leads, or a 50 to 75% conversion ratio on our sphere of influence? Well, how many calls do they need to be making? How many texts do they need to be sending? How are we holding them accountable to all of these best practices to guarantee success for our agents? And number three, systems and processes. What are the systems and processes that you're going to put into place going into 2024 to assist in lead generation, to assist in lead conversion, to make sure your agent's receiving the training required to be able to overcome those objections, to be able to work on all of the top topics that an agent needs to have in their arsenal to be successful? What is the CRM that you're using? What's the website that you're using? What's your lead follow-up drip sequence that you're using? What are the internal systems for contract to close? What technology are you using to track every call, every text, every email, every conversion? How does the agent know if they're profitable? How does the agent know if the time they're spending on lead group A is as valuable as the time they're spending on lead group B versus lead group C? Lead generation, lead conversion, systems, and strategies are going to be key to being successful in 2024. We're in a market that most of us have never seen before. We have shifted. It went from a crazy seller's market to multiple offers, lowest interest rates in history, under 3% 2 or 3 years ago, where an agent could go to a party and they could pick up a listing lead. They'd sign the listing agreement paperwork. The second the sign was in the yard, they had multiple offers. They didn't have to be good at what they did to get a property sold, but they got to keep 3-4% of the sale. Today, it's not going to be as easy. Tomorrow, it's going to be even harder. Obviously, there's lots of legalities right now spinning around in the real estate space. Eventually, a buyer agent might only get compensated from the buyer, which we'll navigate that in future podcast episodes and within our ERS coaching solution on how to be successful, despite the fact that we might be in a market climate where a selling agent and or seller doesn't compensate the buyer's agent through a commission structure. And so we need to be empowered to empower our agent to be able to generate leads on their own, to be able to convert those leads through the best lead conversion strategies and being able to plug them into a system and a process that will help them to make more money in less time with less energy. Elite Real Estate Systems is that solution. Our group coaching platform was designed specifically to aid agents for $100 a month or teams for $1,000 a month with infinite seats in our agent product free of charge to help them in a group setting gain the knowledge, gain the experience, gain the repetitions that will guarantee success when they go out and play the game. When they go out and make the cold call, knock on the door, take an inbound call, go on a listing presentation, start going on buyer presentations. To learn more about our group coaching product, as well as our one-on-one coaching and our soon to be announced powered by ERS platform, go out to growwithers.com. Growwithers.com is a solution to helping empower your team to be able to generate the profits it deserves while generating the wealth you've always wanted and having the freedom that you deserve.